Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So guys, in this video I will show you how to make this real smooth and clean liquidy transition inside of Adobe After Effects, and once you export this transition you can use to any editing software. So guys, without wasting any more time, let's get on with the video. So guys, once you opened up After Effects, click on new composition, and then you can call this composition as main transition, and change the width and height to 1920 by 1080, and then just copy down these settings and you can click OK. And after that, right click on your project panel and click on new composition, and then call this composition as liquid elements. And after that, just copy down these settings and you can click OK. And then long click on your rectangle tool and select your ellipse tool, and make sure the stroke is disabled, and you can choose any color you would like. So I'm going to use this color, and then click on this drop down and click on 25, and then just create a circle to fit your whole screen like that. And then come here to the align panel, and then using the align panel you can center this up. And guys, if you did not see the align panel, go to window and you can enable align panel. After that, what you guys want to do is click P to open up the position, and then add a keyframe for that, and change the Y position all the way down, and then go like 25 frames forward like so, and again bring the Y position to the middle, and you can do that by clicking align vertically in the align panel. And now what you guys gonna do is go to the effects and presets tab and search for the turbulent displays. Go ahead and drag and drop that effect onto your shape layer, and go to the effects control panel and change the amount to around 35. And again, once you zoom in, you will get this liquidy watery edges. After that, what you guys wanna do is select these keyframes and click F9 to make them easy ease keyframes. And then go click on this icon to go to the graph editor and select these keyframes, and then bring this right handle all the way up to your left side like so, and then exit out of the graph editor, and now you get a animation like this. And after that, duplicate that shape layer by clicking Ctrl+D on your keyboard, and then offset the time of that layer by 2 seconds like so, and click on that layer and change the color to a different color like that, and again click OK, and then again duplicate that layer and also do the same thing, offset the time by 2 seconds, also change the color to a different color and click OK, and then again duplicate that layer and again offset the time by 2 seconds. And guys, the color that you put to this layer is used as your background, so I'm going to use this color and click OK. And after that, your in animation should be done. And now what you guys want to do is click on the top layer and click Ctrl+D to again duplicate it and bring that layer bottom of every layers, underneath of every layers, and then click on the first shape layer and click on the fourth shape layer while holding shift key on your keyboard, and then right click on them and click on free compose, and then you can call this as up anim and click OK. And then go to your main transition composition and go to your project panel and go ahead and put the up anim project to your main transition. And then what you guys want to do is put the logo of your channel or anything you have. So yeah, so guys, once you put the logo to your project, right click on your project panel and click on new composition and call this composition as logo, and change the width and height to 500 by 500 and click OK. And after that, put your logo onto this composition and then resize your logo while holding shift key on your keyboard, and then using the align panel you can center your logo. And then again go to the main transition composition and put the logo to your timeline like so, and make sure that layer is on top of your up anim layer, and then we need to animate the logo. So to do that, I'm gonna go to the 1 frame mark, click on the logo layer, and then I'm gonna click P and then hold shift and click S and R to open scale and rotation, and then just add keyframes for all these three, and then come here to the beginning of your timeline, and then I'm gonna change the scale to around 70, and then I'm gonna change the rotation to -40, and then I'm gonna change the position of this logo to the bottom of my screen, and then also I'm gonna change the exposition little bit to my right side, and then just select all of these keyframes and click F9 to make them easy ease keyframes, and go to the graph editor, and also make sure you are in the speed graph. Select these keyframes and put the right handle all the way up to your left side, and then exit out of your graph editor, and now your animation should look like this. And now our in animation should be done, and now we need to create the out animation. So to do that, again go to the liquid elements composition, and then last time you duplicate a layer, and then click on that layer, and then go to like 1 frames and 1 second and 5 frames forward, and then click P to open up the position, and add the same keyframe by clicking this icon right here, and then go to like 2 seconds mark, and again put the Y position all the way down, and you can hide the up anim pre-composed layer by clicking this eyeball icon right here, and again select these keyframes and click F9 to make them easy ease keyframes, and then again go to the graph editor, and in this time you need to pull the left handle all the way up to your right side, and then exit out of the graph editor and click on the shape layer, click Ctrl D to duplicate it, and bring the duplicated layer underneath of the other layer, and then again offset the time by 2 seconds, and also change the color to a different color, and click OK, and then again duplicate that layer, also bring that layer underneath of that other layer, offset the time by 2 seconds, and also change the color to a different color, click OK, and then again duplicate that layer, also bring that layer underneath of the other layer, and also offset the time by 2 seconds, change the color to a different color, and click OK. And now your out animation should done, and after that select these shape layers, right click and pre-compose them, and then call this as down anim and click OK, and then go to the main transition composition and put the down anim composition onto your timeline, and make sure that layer is on top of your up anim layer, and then come here to around 1 second and 2 frames mark, and then click on the up anim layer and click Ctrl Shift D to add a cut, and select this part and delete it, and now your in animation should look like this, and also the out animation should look like this. And now the final step is we need to animate the logo. So to do that, I'm gonna go to this 1 second and 20 frames mark, click on the logo, and I'm gonna click P, hold shift and click S and R, and then I'm gonna add the same keyframes by clicking these circles here, and then I'm gonna go to around 2 seconds and 20 frames mark, and then I'm gonna change the scale to 50, around 45, not 50, and then I'm gonna change the rotation to -45, and then I'm gonna put the Y position all the way down, and then I'm gonna change the X position little bit to my left side. Again I'm gonna select these keyframes, click F9 to make them easy ease keyframes, and after that go to your graph editor and pull your left handle all the way up to your right side, and then exit out of your graph editor, and now your logo also should be done. And now what you guys wanna do, you need to enable motion blur in your logo layer. So to do that, just click this icon to enable motion blur, and now you also have the motion blur in your logo like right here. So yeah, and now your animation should done, and now you can play the transition that you make. And as we can see guys, that is very smooth and clean. And yeah guys, now the final step is we need to render this. So this is very important. So now let's see how to export this transition. So to do that, click on file and click on export and click on add to render queue, and it will add a new tab to your timeline. And here you will see option output module. Click on that and come here to the channels under the video output section and go ahead and change it to RGB plus alpha and click OK. And here it says output 2, and you can choose the location where you need to save this animation, and you can click on save, and then you can click on render, and then it will render your animation. And guys, the reason why I tell you to change the channels to RGB plus alpha is because after the rendering is complete, this black background will be removed. After that, this black background is used as a transparent background, and your transition should be done, and then you are good to go. And yeah guys, that's it, the video. And yeah, I hope you create this very smooth liquid transition inside of Adobe After Effects. And yeah guys, that's it, the video. And if you make this far in the video, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And yeah, and also be sure to like the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.